Mining Congress to be the chairman of this session now. I would like to now request Mr. S.S. Rao, who is a whole-time director of JSW Energy, to give his presentation.
Thank you. I would like to restrict my presentation only to the 11th plan and how to meet, and I want to give a very practical and implementable solution. And if you see that due to deficiency in the coal quantity, in the 10th financial year, we lost about 14.5 billion units. In the 11th financial year, we lost about 6 billion units of power. Now what happened is the Coal India has allocated about 306 million tons of coal for about 67,872 megawatts. So that can be translated into about 4.5 million tons per 1,000 megawatt. That is the one. So in the 12th five-year plan, they increased the coal allocation for the power business only by 319 million units, metric ton. That means it is about 13 million tons only they have increased for the 12th plan. Whereas if you see in the 10th plan itself, about 5,600 megawatts have been added. And in the 11th plan, again 11,600 megawatts have been added. And in the 12th plan, first 6 months itself, you can expect another 3,000 megawatt. So this total comes to about 20,000 megawatt. If you say, take the same norm of 4.5 million tons per 1,000 megawatt, for this additional 20,000 megawatts, we need about 90 million tons coal. That is the deficiency in the 11th plan. Out of this 90 million tons, how actually we will be able to cope up? The 13 million tons which they have given for the financial year 12, so that gives a relief of 13 million tons. That means still the deficiency will be there, about 77 million units. So what is the immediate solution available? So it's only importing of the coal. The import of the coal, so you can do about 10 to 12% only blending because of the present configuration of the boilers and their operation restrictions. So even if you use the maximum imported coal within the 10 to 12%, it gives another 9 million tons comfort. So out of 77, if you take about 9 million tons from the imported coal, still a 68 million ton deficiency exists. Now what's the problem with the imported coal is twofold. One is the basic price is very high and the transportation cost is also very high. So which has to be passed on to the tariff. So when once you pass on this to the tariff is very high. See in the some generation stations, we all
carry on another about 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we are already, it's a delayed airlines not running.
So what happens is this 68 million tons, which is required. What I want to offer is, suppose now the Coal India is doing the e-auction. So in the e-auction, about 12% of the coal, they are doing the e-auction, and by getting about 81% higher price than the normal price. So of course, which is translated into about 6,600 crores. So definitely, we can't ask PSU to reduce the profit, but still, suppose if we have to meet the 11th plan target, the 400 million tons is the production and allotted by the Coal India for the power. Out of that one, the 12% e-auction, if it is transferred to the power generation, power units already commissioned, then it gives a relief about 48 million tons relief will be there. So 68 minus 48, it gives about another 20 million tons is the deficiency. Out of this 20 million tons, for the 48 million tons which Coal India is going to transfer from the e-auction, again, the 12% can be imported and blended with the Indian coal. That gives another, about 6 million tons relief. So still, for the 11th plan target, if we have to meet, about 14 million tons, still a gap is there. So now what happens is, one has to think whether the Coal India should make a profit of 6,600 crores or the one has to afford the national wastage of, implementing so many power projects. Now what happens, if the tariff is increases, and if the coal cannot be given by the Coal India, and if they can't import the coal, then finally all the developers who have come in the private or the government, so they will not be able to discharge their loan. Then, the second thing is the interest during the construction also will go, because they can't commission. Even though they are under the construction, there are so many power units are there which are about to be commissioned. If once the coal is given, they are about to commission, they will commission that one. By not having the coal, then they have to defer the commissioning. If they defer the commissioning, IDC will increase. If IDC will increase, again the project cost will go up. Again the project cost goes up, again the tariff will go up. So, and when once you need the power, so in spite of the number of statistics given by CEA or the other committees, my personal feeling is, today you should have at least 350,000 megawatts in operation in India. If you compare with the Chinese, they have about in China 750,000. Whereas today we got about 180,000, including the captive generation. That is the installed capacity. If you take even 80% PLF, you can imagine what is the capacity available. So the request to the coal ministry is just to divert the e-auction quantity to the power generation for the units which are already commissioned, which are about to be commissioned. Thank you very much.